Honorable Member Fonkana.
Mr. Speaker, last Friday, the Minister of Finance came and gave a policy statement in relation to the 2024 national budget, and I want to thank you for giving me an opportunity to make comments on this statement. I want to start by agreeing with the Honourable Member for Chama that ours, on your left, Mr. Speaker, is a moral responsibility to provide alternative policies to the people sitting on your right. Colleagues, ours is a moral responsibility, and we must do that devoid of malice, but we must do that with objectivity. But as we do that, we must speak the truth. We must confront problems as they are. In 2021, Mr. Speaker, when the budget was presented, my comment was that the 2021 budget, which was a 2022 budget, was a progressive budget. Because in my view, it attended to issues confronting our people in a progressive manner. The next budget, my comment was that it was a fair budget because it lacked in certain areas, it was super in some areas. The 2024 budget, Mr. Speaker, is horror. The 2024 budget is empty. The 2024 budget, for lack of better terms, is a useless budget. Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Member Fonkana. Content of speech. Let's ensure that we use appropriate words.
Mr. Speaker, the opposite of useless is useful. This budget is not useful to the challenges of our people at the moment. We must never bury our heads in the sand in regards to the challenges our people are facing today. We must never attempt to sweep debt under the carpet in relation to the challenges people are facing in our communities today. Anyone who dares to bury their heads in the sand is an enemy of the Zambian people. The current challenges of the people today requires that our budget should have been Zambian. This budget is foreign. It addresses the interests of foreigners. It does not speak to the challenges of our people in the community. A normal budget, Mr. Speaker, that subscribes or addresses the aspirations of the Zambian people should have addressed these things, Mr. Speaker.
Order. There's a point of order by Honorable Member.
Mr. Speaker, I very, very rarely do stand on points of orders. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Member Fonkana, who has been given the privilege, and by the way, I'm standing in terms of standing order number 65. Relevance, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Member Fonkana, who is on the floor, who is supposed to be debating the budget and the proposed borrowing plan presented to the House by the Minister of Finance, is he in order, Mr. Speaker, to go all over the place preaching about anything and everything without any reference to this budget? Is he in order to say this budget is foreign without pointing out to any aspect of it which is foreign? Is he in order to even classify it as not being useful without explaining in what context it's not useful? May I seek your serious ruling, Mr. Speaker, on this?
Order.
Thank you.
Honorable members, order. As we interrogate the budget, we should be able to zero in into the specifics and debate the specifics. Shooting in the wilderness won't help us. So the honorable member for Nkana is definitely out of order.
Mr. Speaker, I used to feel offended when people raise points of orders, but I have now realized that the only way people can make names is to raise point of orders on the Member of Parliament for Nkana. Please allow as many to raise because this is a golden opportunity for them. Mr. Speaker, when a country is going through economic turmoils as now, what a Minister of Finance should have done is to draw money from where money is sitting to allocate money to where it's needed. In the last budget of 2021, Mr. Speaker, government decided to make mineral royalties deductible. We lost 2.something billion, 2.8 billion. This year, 2023, we are losing close to 3 billion kwacha from that decision. Mr. Speaker, that money, through this budget, the minister should have reversed that decision so that we take that money to cushion the challenges that our people are confronted with, namely to cushion the price of fuel, to cushion the price of meal, to cushion the price of essential commodities. We must never pretend that the cost of living is not harming our people in the community. We are an enemy of our people if we bury our heads in the sand. Mr. Speaker, yes, CDF is a good attempt to draw money to the communities. The Minister of Finance gave us 28.3 million in the 2023 annual year. He has given us 5.9 million kwacha. The balance is 22 million kwacha. He has further given us, because this is 2 months to go before the year ends, he has given us 30 million kwacha. The balance plus 30 gives us 52 million kwacha. If he failed to give us 28 million kwacha, where is he going to get 52 million kwacha? Do you know what that does? Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Finance is pitting us against our people. Because our people in the communities think that we have so much money and we are lazy to implement programs. But yet, he forgets that he has not given us money. We must never come to this August House to make populist pronouncements. You are pitting us against our people. It's not acceptable. Nobody should ever think that the Zambian people are gullible to believe anything. Nobody should ever think that Zambian people are dull. They are very enlightened. Mr. Speaker, infrastructure development. I get surprised people thinking that PPP is free projects. PPP projects are borrowed projects. Mr. Speaker, let me give you a demonstration. This road from Lusaka to Ndola, the actual cost is not $650 million. The actual cost is the amount of money that that consortium is going to collect from our targets for the next 23 years. The minister has failed to tell the Zambian people how much money will be collected in the targets for the next 23 years. That is the cost of that project. And that is borrowed money. Because, Mr. Speaker, the revenue we are foregoing on the targets is an assured revenue for this country. For us not collecting, it's us paying. How can somebody come and tell us that we are gullible? Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker, it's not acceptable. Mr. Speaker, the other thing the Minister of Finance has failed to tell
Order, honorable member, order. Take your seat. May you take your seat? I think when the minister came here to present the budget statement, no, I want to guide. It's my role. Leader of opposition. Order, wait first. What is most important as members of parliament is not to mislead the public. The content of your speech has to be factual. Because the minister, wait, Honorable Kasandwe, wait. The minister said, I heard him, wait, Honorable Member, order. The minister emphasized when it came to targets, the minister said they won't get money from the public coffers. Instead of using money from the public coffers, the contractor to be will find a financial. So what you are saying is misleading the public. So take your seat. So, Honorable Member, ensure that your content, you speak with facts, not misleading the people.
Mr. Speaker, I used to get offended. I've stopped getting offense. What a normal budget, Mr. Speaker, would have done is not to allocate 160 million kwacha towards mineral exploration. What a normal budget, Mr. Speaker, would have done was to allocate more resources towards
There's a point of order.
We started. I was first. No one is going to speak. No one is going to speak. Sit down.
May you take your seat, Honorable Member?
No, but let him also sit down. Can you also take a seat?
Honorable Leader of Opposition, take your seat.
But let him also take a seat. No, we will not. You think it's your house, Imwe? You think it's your house will be taken for granted? I rose on a point of order. I was ignored. Let the minister also sit.
Honorable Leader of Opposition, take your seat.
I will not take a seat for them.
Are you the presiding officer?
No, but I've got my rights. You think I'll be trampled upon because I'm a presiding officer?
Honorable
No,
Leader,
let him also sit.
Honorable Leader of Opposition, take your seat.
But can you also take a seat?
If you like. You walk out.
People's house, you chongo, you were.
Where are you here?
You know, as much as you'd want a point of order, it's also good to behave orderly. He said he rose on a point of order. He stood, he wasn't debating while standing or sitting. There was a point of order that was raised. You are raising a point of order, you are talking on top of your voices. So to ensure, listen.
You go again.
Let's be candid with each other. Yes. So, if you know, respect is a two-way thing. And Honorable Leader of Opposition, maybe you want me to send you out? You want me to send you out? You want me to send you out? Go outside. Yes. May you leave the chamber. If you want to dictate how I conduct business, leave the chamber. I won't allow that. I won't allow you to do that. Let's ensure that there's a decorum in this house. I won't allow you to conduct business as you please. Because you are leader of opposition. Order. May the honorable member continue.
Mr. Speaker, I subscribe to the modern day of politics that dictates that we must be sober.
Honorable member, there was a point of order that was raised. I said, may the honorable member continue. He rose on the point of order.
Not you, sit down. You don't have any minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Who are you threatening now?
Hey, honorable member of Chinsali, mind the words you are using. Take your seat, honorable member. Take your seat. Yes, take your seat. No, take your seat.
This is unacceptable. Huh? This is unacceptable behavior.
But there's a point of order that I've granted. I'm saying take your seat. What is your problem?
Point of order.
May the honorable member continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for according me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I rise on a point of order with a very heavy heart. Mr. Speaker, this is my 12th year in this House. And there are very few of us who have been in this House that long. And therefore, understand the etiquette of debate and the decorum that goes with the conduct of debate of this House, which is a practice precedent to this House and the entire Commonwealth, whence from we draw our practices that guide conduct of business of this House. Mr. Speaker, are the members on your right, on your left, Mr. Speaker, in order to introduce an alien conduct to this House, that when the Speaker is speaking, they are performing an act of engaging the Speaker in a discourse of arguments, something that has never happened in the last 2 terms that I and many of these colleagues were in this House. Mr. Speaker, when we were in the opposition ourselves and we felt dissatisfied with anything in this House, we would walk out peacefully and leave the House to conduct its business orderly. The point of order is, are you in order? I'm raising a point of order anchored on the precedents and practice of this House. Mr. Speaker, it is understandable that from the time PF lost elections, they've become unruly in this House. But this is not their House alone. Are they therefore in order, Mr. Speaker, to continue? Are they in order, Mr. Speaker, to continue to engage the Speaker in a discourse of arguments when we know
That's unacceptable.
when we know that the rules of this House, the first rules...
No, but that's unacceptable. You think we'll sit here to be abused and we watch?
This is exactly the reason why I raised a point of order.
No.
Thank you.
This is evidence. This is evidence,
No, when it comes to
Mr.
rights,
Speaker.
my brother will not sit and watch you abuse us. We will not do that.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, if I may wind up, are my colleagues on your left in order to violate the rules that the first we learned when we came to this House, that when the Speaker is speaking, you sit down, you cannot stand and begin to argue with the presiding officer. Are you in order, as leader of the opposition, to lead by bad example?
Thank you. I will reserve this ruling to study the matter and render my ruling later.
Yes.
Point of order.
The Honorable Member Fonkana, you can continue.
Mr. Speaker, the biggest problem we have today that our people are confronted with is the ever-rising cost of commodities. this budget
Point of
should
order.
have addressed those challenges. Mr. Speaker, the minister pronounced that out of the crop forecast, we have a 3 million metric ton bumper harvest. Mr. Speaker, you are aware
Point of order.
there is no 3 million metric tons of maize anywhere in this country. If we don't confront these problems as they are, how can we resolve these problems? This budget, Mr. Speaker, is foreign.
Order.
This budget does not speak
Order,
to the
honorable
challenges
member.
of
Time
our
is
people.
up. Thank you.